Have you ever wondered how to become a fast, efficient, and really confident hypnotist? Are you worrying about inductions all the time? Are you sitting there taking half an hour to do all of your hypnosis inductions? Are you watching people on the internet that do it in split seconds? I'm going to show you how you can become really fast, really effective. I'm going to show you all the little secrets. Let's go. Hello there, my friends. My name's Karl Smith, and I'm going to take you through how I've been able to do street hypnosis all over the world, literally all over the world. America, Canada, Australia, Europe, UK, you name it. I've done a lot of street hypnosis. Now, street hypnosis, a lot of people will sit there and tell you is not the be all and end all, and it shouldn't be done if you're a made-up clinical hypnotherapist. You shouldn't be doing it. Now, let me point out, I am a clinical hypnotherapist. I'm an advanced clinical hypnotherapist. I'm, you name it, I can be that. Remember, they're just names. If your trainer tells you that you shouldn't be doing it, then just ignore them, because they're not controlling what food comes on your table later on in the day. The reason that I think that street hypnosis is vitally important is because it teaches you a lot. Now, this video isn't all about street hypnosis. This video is about confidence and rapid inductions, and shock inductions. But the point being is if you can master a hypnosis induction in a pub, in a club, in a noisy environment, anywhere, then you've made it. When I listen to some trainers that say it must be quiet, you know, you must do it like this, and it must be that you can tell that they are incompetent straight away. And I come from a background where I was taught hypnosis inductions take roughly between 15 and 30 minutes to induce. Now, if you do not know who the late, great Dave Ellman was, I suggest that you go find out who Dave Ellman was. Dave Ellman put it in one of his books as a rapid or a shock induction is instantaneous and spontaneous, and a rapid induction is less than 3 minutes. But let me turn this on its head, because I'm going to say something that's either going to confuse you or make you flip a switch. And I'm really interested in what happens now. And this is going to change the whole video for you. A hypnosis induction is the end of the hypnosis process, not the start. Let me just clarify. It is the end of the hypnosis induction. The hypnosis induction is the end of the hypnosis induction, not the start. I want you to think about that. The hypnosis induction itself starts way back before your client even sees you. Believe me, it does not start at the moment they walk in your door. It is amplified when they walk in your door, but the hypnosis induction starts way before. The intrigue, that what is it, that expectation, that belief around it is vitally important. Now, I'm not saying that you can't walk up to somebody in the street and hypnotize them within a couple of minutes. Acceptable, highly acceptable, done it myself. What I am disputing is being able to just walk up to somebody, grab the hand and shout and sleep. That is completely and utterly rubbish. That's a lot of video editing, and you have to just take that on board. And through my career, there are on this YouTube channel, there are videos of me doing it. And over the years, I've realized that actually they don't help hypnotists, they hinder them. Because people watch my videos, or they watch some of these clowns out there that just do the shock, and think, fuck, how does that happen? It's got nothing to do with that moment in time. It's a cut and edit in the video. That is simple. And I've always maintained that I'm prepared to take any of these people out there to protect you, any of those people out there to protect newbies especially, out on the streets of London, to prove and video them live and to prove that they can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot walk up to somebody in the street, grab their hand, shout sleep. There has to be a pre-talk and a preamble. So let's come back to what I was talking a minute ago about that, about before the client meets you. Your client has got belief and expectations. Remember, hypnosis is merely belief and expectations. It's all it is. You can call it whatever you like, but it is belief and expectation. Do they believe you in what you're doing, and do they expect something to happen? Now, here's a top tip for some of you out there. When you're training to become a hypnotist, one of the hardest things to do is to prove to your family, to your children, to those around you that knew you as just mum, as just dad, as just an engineer, as somebody that works in a shop, as somebody who, whatever you do, when you go through that career transition, that part there is really hard for people to compute that now you're a hypnotist, because it's that, whoa, you're going to close my eyes, am I? Am I going to walk like a duck? All of that. So the thing you've got is about building up that belief and that expectation. Do they believe, and do they expect something to happen when you walk in the room? I can categorically now tell you that my mother did not believe a single thing in what I do. Never did until she watched it and then went, shit. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to build up that belief and expectation. Now, I'm going to come back to rapids and shocks in a minute, but this is vitally important that you understand this, because it's really important. That belief and expectation, that's all hypnosis is. You can sit there and convolute it, overcomplicate it, do what you need to do to justify your course and making it last 3,000 hours and justifying a load, but it's only just belief and expectation. That's all it is. You come back to basics. It's belief. Do they believe me? Do they expect something to happen? Do people believe that you can hypnotize them? And do they expect something to happen? In my time in being a street hypnotist and doing stage hypnosis, in doing clinical hypnosis and doing any other form of hypnosis, impromptu hypnosis, whatever you like, one of the ones that I have noticed is that it's about getting that first foot in the door. Now, that first foot in the door is really important. One of the key things is if you're a newbie especially, or you're lacking in confidence because your trainer's completely not a moron, is about what to do. I was always concerned. I was very lucky. I was mentored by a great hypnotist called Jonathan Chase, who gave me great opportunities to do stuff. And one of the key things that when I was first becoming a hypnotist, I must hypnotize, when actually it's a little bit more subtle than that. All you need to do is to get that wow factor. You don't need hypnosis. That's very hard to compute at the moment. Just give me a few moments. But you don't need to get hypnosis to get the wow factor. All right? And it's very simple to get that wow factor. Once you get that wow factor, that is when the belief and the expectation will kick in. The belief and expectation will kick in once you've done that. I ask you now, and I want you, if you're going to take this on, I want you to say yes in the comments now. I want you to go meet somebody who has nothing to do with hypnosis, never seen you hypnotize before, never do anything, and carry out a very simple convincer. Now, as a hypnotist, we know what magnetic fingers is, and it's the only hypnosis induction I ever use. There is no such thing as hypnosis inductions, in my opinion. They exist, but they're the end of the process. It's the simple magnetic fingers. Get somebody who's never done this before, get them to put their hands together like so. Get them to clasp their hands together, hands up like that, push their fingers out like so, and separate their fingers. To somebody who's never done it, do not watch their fingers. Watch their eyes and face. When they do this, oh my God, that is hypnosis. That bit there is the bit where you've got the belief and the expectation. Now, when you are out and about, that is vitally important. You just do that and just take a little inner giggle inside, a little inner smile, and just go, yeah. And then make some cockamamie story about, oh, this is probably not the right place for you to do it. Or, I'll do it later on. I'm having a bit of time on my own at the moment. But no, hope you enjoyed that. Something to come away from it. Because that magic, that belief, that prestige is all going to come into it. And that's where it really happens. So where does that fit in with hypnosis inductions and that build up? When you're talking to people, it's vitally important that when you're talking about hypnosis, you're talking about hypnotherapy, you're talking about hypnosis, you're talking about hypnotherapy, you're talking about hypnosis and hypnotherapy. The same as on your website, the same as this very YouTube channel you're on right now. All it does is build up belief and expectation for my clients. They find me on here, they watch me do it, and they're in. That's what you need to do. So let's talk about it on street and hypnosis. When people are doing street and hypnosis, there is a pre-talk, a preamble, a pre-chat prior to the event. You're talking about hypnosis, you're talking about hypnotherapy. You're building it up, you're building it up, you're building it up, and that's exactly what happens. The shock induction or the rapid induction you see is merely the cherry on the cake. It is not it. What you need to do is establish yourself. Got it? Establish yourself. You need to establish yourself. And the only way and the only person who's going to do that is you. I've spent, and I don't know, at the time of this video going on, there's about 740 videos on my YouTube channel. There are, 24,000 good subscribers on there. And in that, I've built up belief and expectation all the way through. Not just from therapists, not just from coaches who want to learn, but from mainstream people who want that. They're like, oh my God, this really, this stuff does really work. You need to do that because that is part of your pre-talk. Your pre-talk is the most fundamental part, the most important part that you'll ever learn in hypnosis. The hypnosis inductions, the hypnosis ritual, bloody things, they're brilliant. It's the pre-talk you need to do. The hypnosis. And I will put the videos, some videos at the end of this that will show you. But it is hypnosis. You need it on your website. You need it on your YouTube channel. You need it everywhere. You need it on your LinkedIn page. You need it on your Facebook page. You need it everywhere you can get it to make it known that you're the hypnotist. Be the hypnotist. And that's vitally important. You can't walk up to somebody in the street. You cannot just sit there and just go, sleep, because it won't happen. What you need to do is you need to focus on the pre-talk. You need to focus on that belief and expectation. Do people believe you? Because your families won't believe you, some of you. And I know exactly what it's like. Your families won't believe you. Your friends won't believe you. No, that fucking hypnosis shit. Because you want to do that. Many years ago when I was in the army, I was a little bit of a monkey. All right, let's just put it that way. Now, those people that knew me in the army knew me as Karl, drinking, pissing around, all that type of stuff. Just Jack the lad. Do you know what I mean? When I became a hypnotist, I hit so much resistance. Taking a piss, no, bullshit, all that. And it was really, really hard. And then I started my YouTube channel. And those people that were taking the absolute mickey out of me and absolutely destroying me at regimental reunions and stuff like that, when they then saw what I could do and how I was doing it, they soon shut up. It's about showing people you can do it. Now, let's just look at that. That's for long-term strategy. That's for you building up. Now, every single one of you should have a YouTube channel. If you haven't, your priority in the next couple of days is to build your YouTube channel and put your first video up there, because that's where you are. That's where you're lacking the confidence. That's where you're doing it. And get a couple of friends in and do what I'm doing now and talk about hypnosis induction. You don't have to be a trainer to do that. You don't have to be some elitist to do that. Just get out there and pull your finger out your backside and do it. Go out there and do a hypnosis session with a friend and just put it on the YouTube channel. Build up that belief and expectation. Once you've recorded a video, put it on your website. Put it on your social media. If you are struggling with that and you say, I can't do that, my advice is book a session with me. I can't say any more. It's in here. I've had to do it. If you go back to my first ever videos, I was a complete and utter failure on my videos, but I just run with it. And that's what you've got to do. Shock and hypnosis induction, shock and rapid inductions do not exist. They do not exist. You cannot just walk up to somebody in the street and just do it. You have to have a preamble. You have to have a pre-talk. They have to be built up. Whether you're wearing a hypnosis show, whether you're doing it at a hypnotist show, doesn't matter. I'm interested in what your comments say now. And have I flicked a switch in your head right now? Have I made you think differently? Don't think that a rapid or a shock induction happens there and then. It's all in the pre-talk and the preamble. Whether it's a long-term strategy of you setting up a YouTube channel to entice people in so they believe you, and you get that repetition in and you get that reputation up of being a hypnotist, and building up that belief and expectation, or it's at that very beginning when you're doing street hypnosis and you get in that first 90 seconds, because that's all it takes. 90 seconds. When you see people at conventions and they do it ding, 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 that's bullshit. They're already cooked. They're already done. The pre-talk is already done. This is what people don't get as well when they're at conventions. Oh my God, I've just seen a rapid induction. That's because the pre-talk's already done. You're at a hypnosis convention, all right? If you go to a hypnosis show, the hypnosis show is the pre-talk is build up all the way up to the show. It's part of the pre-talk. They know it's coming. Their belief and expectations just need to be tripped next. Be mindful of that. That if you're at a conference and you're watching rapids and shocks, they're at a conference. Now, if you're at a conference, right, and the trainer's sitting up front, is a test for you. Go get a member of hotel staff. Go get a member of the public who has no idea about what's going on and get them in the classroom. See what happens then. Yeah, there won't be no rapids and shocks then, because you've got to talk them into it. And even still, before you get them to the classroom, you're the one who's doing the pre-talk before you give them to the trainer. Be mindful of that. You thought about that before, but you didn't. My friends, I want you, as of now, and if you're going to commit to this, just go get your YouTube up, go record a friend, put it on your website, because that will do it. Build up that belief and expectation. And one last thing. The proof in the pudding for me was about 10, 11 years ago. Might even been longer now. I went to visit a lady who was 103 years old, and she developed anxiety. It's a true story. And the son knew me. Sorry, the grandson knew me. And he said to the family, look, there's a hypnotist. You know, why don't we call Karl in and ask him to do something? And what are we going to lose? And it only showed one video. So her point of reference was this one video. And I started talking away, doing my pre-talk and all of that. Still fairly newish to the hypnosis world and still trying to fumble my way around. And they'd only shown her one video. So when I said, right, should we do some hypnosis? The first thing the lady did was this. I said, what are you doing? She went, well, that's how I go into hypnosis. You just touch my hand now, don't you? The only video they'd showed her was the hand drop induction. And when I touched her hand, she went straight into hypnosis. That was a pivotal moment for me. Pivotal moment. Pivotal. Start doing it, because you will notice your clients will be conditioned prior to them coming in. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to put a like and subscribe, and don't forget as well to leave a comment. Have I helped you in any way with this video? That's the only thing. Have I helped you? That's all I want. Don't forget, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, and I will get back to you ASAP. My friends, as ever, it's been a pleasure, and I hope this little video helps you, promote you, develop you, and build you into the confident hypnotist you want to be. Don't forget, my friends, go there, go practice, 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 practice. And when you finish practicing, you're damn right, go practice some more. See you soon. Bye-bye.